Hey everyone, so as I promised, today is my Doctor Who video, and I know I keep promising this and I finally got around to doing it. It's been nearly 2 weeks since my last episode review, and today I'm doing another one, and we're still in the first series, and it's episode 7, which is The Long Game. I will be honest with you, The Long Game is probably the one I like the least. It's the one I've seen the least. I don't tend to watch it. I mean, if it's on the DVD that I put in, I will sit and watch it, but I'll never willingly go and get that DVD out just to watch it. And while I'm always saying that Series 1 is pretty much perfect, this is the flaw in the formula. It's not a bad episode, I just don't engage with it that much. I don't really connect with it. There's nothing memorable about it for me. I know other people have different opinions, and that's fine, I respect that, of course I do. But for me, it's lacking something, and I don't know what it is. So it aired in May 2005, so it's five long years ago, which is a really weird thought, but it is. And basically, the Doctor and Rose and Adam go to the year 200,000 to Satellite 5, and Satellite 5 is a broadcasting station that sends broadcasts to the UK, or Earth. I think it's Earth as a whole. And when they're there, they realise that, they just think it's a normal broadcasting station to start off with. They don't think it's anything unusual. Why should it be? But then they realise that people get promoted to level 500, and when they get promoted to level 500, they never seem to return. And obviously this strikes suspicion in the Doctor, and he goes investigating, and he and Rose go up to the top floor, while Adam's away wandering, doing his own thing. And they find the mighty Jaguarfess of the Holy Jurassic Max Rodenfo. I knew I'd say that right. I was practicing that about 10 times before I started, and not once did I slip up. And I was thinking, I'm going to switch on the camera and I'm going to say the mighty Jaguarfess of the Holy Jurassic Max Rodenfo, and I'm going to get it wrong. So far, so good. Let's see how many times I can say that. And when they find the mighty Jaguarfess, obviously it's kind of creepy because the creature itself looks hideous, I think is the only way to put it. It's like this big slimy blob thing on the ceiling with massive teeth. Oh, it's probably one of the most hideous monsters. I think because it's fixed to the roof, it's not the scariest because it can't, well, it could leap out and attack you, but it's not as well equipped as, say, the Zikraks, who have whips and staffs and everything, or the Slitheen, who have paws and fingers. This is just a big blob with teeth, really. But the editor is very creepy. The editor, played by Simon Pegg, is a very sinister character. He's very cold, and obviously the whole ice thing on the top level, like how everything's covered in ice and the editor's hair is all white and horrible and icy. It's very chilling, and it's kind of weird to have ice mixed with a blobby gloop of a monster, because normally you'd have like a really cold creature, whereas the mighty Jaguarfess is kind of squishy and blubbery, and it's not something I would necessarily have mixed with an icy scene. So it's a really weird combination, but it works really well, and I think it just adds to the sinisterness and the chillingness of it and the weirdness of it, and I think it does work really well. But for me, it's not scary enough. Now, I know Doctor Who's not meant to be, blood-chilling, spine-shivering, scary, but it's supposed to do something for you. It's supposed to make you think, oh my god, I hate to be in that situation. Now, I'm not saying I'd like to be sitting under the mighty Jaguarfess, but it's not a situation that I'd be, screaming for my life in, It's not like coming face to face with, I don't know, I can't think of any Doctor Who, Cybermen, there you go. It's not like coming face to face with Cybermen where you're literally sitting there shaking with fear. It's just it's just there to me. It's like a creature. It's not really that scary, I don't think. Yes, it's threatening. Yes, it can harm you, but it's not terrifying. It's like the Nestine consciousness. It's like the Autons are terrifying, but the Nestine itself is just a big gloop, which isn't really that scary. But never mind, there will be people out there who are scared by the mighty Jaguarfess. I suppose it's everybody's fears are different. But the episode itself is lovely, and the Doctor has to try and find out what's going on and things, and why they're there and what is really being fed to Earth. So it is a lovely idea, a lovely plot, but compared to the rest of the episodes, it just doesn't quite par up there for me. Maybe if, like, for example, if you were to watch it on its own, or if it was the first ever episode of Doctor Who you ever watched, it'd probably be fantastic. But once you've watched 10, 20 other episodes or whatever, you're going to realise that it's weak. or at least if you think like I do, you're going to realise that it's slightly weaker. Like I said, some people out there will really like it, and that is fine. But although the acting aside from the plot is brilliant. Of course you have Billy as Rose, and you all know I adore Billy, and Chris as the Doctor. Then you have Bruno Langley, who plays Adam, who was carried across from the episode previous, from Dalek. And while I'm trying to sort of think of how it would have been if I didn't know who Bruno Langley was. Great actor, but I don't think the character is that strong. Or he was strong, but again, the show has developed so much since then that when you look at sort of the other companions that have been brought in, inside companions and random people who've been brought in for an episode or two, the character isn't as developed or as strong as perhaps ones from series 2, 3, 4. But like again, looking at the episode on its own, it is a good character. Bruno Langley is a fantastic actor. Obviously, I adored him as Todd in Coronation Street. So that for me was a great thing to see him in the episode. So would I recommend this episode? Of course I would. There isn't one episode of Doctor Who that I would not recommend. There are some that I'd recommend more than this episode, but at the same time there's probably one or two that I'd recommend less. In fact, there is at least one I can think of which I'd recommend less, but more on that when I get to that episode. So yeah, feel free to leave comments and things and let me know your thoughts on this. Maybe you love the Mighty Jaguar Fest with the Holy Hydrodastic Maxilla Denvo. Maybe you don't. You know, there's a lot of big words in Doctor Who, isn't there? My favourite one was when I conquered saying Vaxicarca Falpatorius, the Slovene home planet. When I first managed to say that, I was over the moon. I also used to talk like a Zikarax. You know, I can't do it now because it wrecks my throat, but do you know the Zikarax have a way of speaking? Not their tongue, but like the depth and the deepness and the breathiness of their voice. I used to do that, and it used to kill my throat. I can't do it now. But yeah, so also let me know if you want more regular Doctor Who videos. I know there's been like a fortnight gap between each of my Doctor Who videos recently, and I am trying to do them more frequently, but with the rubbish internet connection, the broken laptop, seriously, it's dying, it's on its way out there, so fingers crossed that'll hold up until I can get a new one November time. So fingers crossed about that. But if you do want them more regularly, like if you really, really want them, like if you prefer them to any of my other videos, do let me know. And if enough people say that they want them regularly, I might push aside what I would consider to be more urgent videos and do Doctor Who ones. Because as I've said before, this is your channel as much as it is mine, etc, etc. And if you want Doctor Who videos, I will do them. I enjoy making them. I never realised just how much I enjoy making them. Like this morning I was getting everything ready and taking my notes and things, and I was like, I'm really excited to do this video because it's been so long since I did a Doctor Who one. So it's definitely very fun to make. I also would recommend that if you're a fan of Doctor Who or television or anything, you do a YouTube channel, because you don't realise how fun it is and how rewarding it is to sit here and talk about television until you run out of words, which clearly I never do run out of words. So it is brilliant fun, and a few people have sort of said, you know, I'm going to start up my own YouTube channel, and it's like, brilliant, go for it. It is great fun. Yeah, so feel free to leave comments and things, as I was saying. Any requests, etc., let me know, and if you want more frequent Doctor Who videos. And if you have any requests for Doctor Who videos other than episode reviews, obviously a lot of people did say, you know, it'd be good if you could work your way through the episodes. I'll probably just get to the end of series 1 by the time the Christmas episode is done. But if there are any others, you know, for example, I've done ones on my favourite episodes and things, so anything like that or anything, let me know and I will do them for you. But until next time, I will see you later. Bye guys!